There's times in life when you get to experience something for the very first time. And in that moment, they say, you never get another chance to make a first impression. And today, we had one of those moments.
We did.
And boy, howdy, did it make a first impression. Oh, man. Welcome to this special edition of the Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. Jared and Al Watch present the Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. I'm Jared. That's Anne Ladyem. She's Al.
Hello.
This is a podcast where usually we have conversations about video games, anime, and manga, and we're still going to do that, but it's going to be a little bit different. If you've listened to any of our Jared and I Watch Sailor Moon Crystal episodes, you'll kind of understand the format we're going to go with this week, as we decided to be in the holiday spirit.
Mm-hmm.
This is totally a holiday movie, because Santa shows up.
Does.
At one point.
Amazingly.
There's
snow.
There's a lot of snow. It's 2 days away from Christmas when this will go up. So What better way to enjoy the holiday season than by watching a holiday anime film? And by that, I mean, we watched Sailor Moon S, the movie.
Yes, we did. Also, we watched the original 90s dub.
Oh boy, did we ever.
We did.
So for clarification, I watched Toonami and stuff when the original 90s anime dub was around, but me being the dumb 9, 10, 11-year-old that I was, I don't want to watch Sailor Moon, it's girly. So I never really had any experience or ever watched the original 90s dub. So
And I'm actually surprised that I didn't have any experience with it, because one of my best friends growing up was really into Sailor Moon, and she watched the dub. And I even had a revelation recently when I was reading the 90s 2000 whatever it was manga version, where they were calling them Damien and Serena. I'm like, wait a minute, that's what she called them.
Mm-hmm.
I never put two and two together,
right,
until now, and I'm like, it
all makes sense.
I guess now that I'm nearly 30, it's the right time to experience the original Sailor Moon 90s dub.
Yeah, so for all the times all the times I would have had to experience it, I never experienced it. And then when I actually got into Sailor Moon around 3 or 4 years ago, I was watching the Japanese dub, because that was just what had just come out and been re-released, and never decided to go look at the original English dub. And the only English dub I've watched is the new English dub.
Mm-hmm.
So prior to this, I'd had literally zero experience watching an actual full episode of the original dub. I mean, we've seen clips here and there, because if you've been on the internet, you've probably seen clips of the 90s dub, even if you have no experience with it. But watching it with full context and in a full episode, or I guess in this case a movie, wow.
It's an experience.
It is an experience. Granted, we have to remember that when they first originally did the dub for this, it came over in 95 to America.
Right.
And that predates Toonami and everything by 3 or 4 years. So this is way before the big anime boom of the late 90s, early 2000s was even a thing.
What did it even air on?
I think it was I remember looking this up, but I can't remember where specifically.
Don't worry about it.
But I think it did go into syndication pretty quickly after it aired. So it did air on syndication, I think, a little bit afterwards, and then Cartoon Network picked it up and put it on Toonami and all that, and then the rest is history. So yeah, the dub first started in 95, so this is before everything got real big, and before anime dubbing was a little bit better in the later 90s than particularly was in the mid 90s. So the dub's bad. Let's just be real. It's bad.
It's really bad.
It's bad.
It's super terrible.
And of course we have a lot of the Americanized names for everything, except some things the movie specific characters, they didn't change.
Nope.
But everything else is predicated on, the earlier Sailor Moon seasons and having the Americanized name, so they didn't change any of that. Basically the same as what the manga did which you've had experience with, where they basically, I think once you get to arc 3, they basically just stop localizing names.
Yep.
So that's something, and just it's so, man. Some of this the acting and directing that was in this is just something else.
It's bad.
Oh boy.
That's all there is to it. It's bad.
And you got your first experience with the English version of Moonlight Densetsu. Which, hot takes here, you think is bad.
It's awful. Like the singer of it just phoned it in, and the lyrics sound awful. And like, I am not one who usually knocks dubs and like English versions of songs and everything, but this one's bad. This one's really, really terrible.
That's going to be the one hot take that's going to get us all the hate mail.
I don't know. I mean, like, I'm sure you said that people will be mad that we don't like the original English dub, but like,
yeah. I mean, a lot of people have nostalgia for it because that was their first experience with Sailor Moon and everything. Like, I mean, I have nostalgia for a lot of the shows I watched on Toonami back in, you know, the late 90s, early 2000s. But I've gone back and rewatched some of them, and I'm like, okay, you know, this dub isn't terrible. It's not great, but like, it's passable. Like, I understand some of that's just my nostalgia speaking, but like, it's okay.
yeah.
It's not like this, but I mean, hey, if either of us had nostalgia for this, maybe it would be a little bit different, or maybe we would come back to it and be like, oh man, this is bad. I don't know. It's just one of the things.
I mean, like, I've rewatched Inuyasha, and there are moments I'm like, it's not great, but like, the dub is not anywhere near as terrible as this dub.
Right.
But gosh, this dub is awful, and that theme song is awful. And like, I've heard the original version of the Japanese theme song, and it's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's no Moon Pride, in my opinion, but nothing can be Moon Pride. This, it shouldn't see the light of day, period. It's bad. It's like they just took somebody off the side of the road and they're like, do you think you can sing? They're like, I don't know, maybe. And like, all right, you're hired. We'll give you $1. Sing this theme song.
I mean, like, there's just like a trend with the way the dub is for this movie, which, like, you know, we were talking about how like when Tuxedo Mask first shows up and he's like, I'm going to say all my words like this, and I'm not going to take a breath, and I don't know what I'm saying, but hey, this is I'm just saying things to you, but hey, I'm done.
He doesn't take a single breath in the entire first part of his introduction. You're like, oh, honey, you need to breathe at some point.
And then when Haruka shows up and she does her attack for the first time, it's like, you're in his power. Like, it does not sound like world shaking at all.
Later on, she's lying. She's like, and like,
it's the most phoned in like acting I've ever heard.
So bad.
Like, it's comical. It's like that bad.
Oh, it is. Like, I was laughing a lot during this.
Yeah.
But probably not for the reasons they wanted me to.
Oh, no, of course not.
Although, like, yes, the hilarity of the introduction of Tuxedo Mask is fantastic, but
it's the best.
I was laughing mainly because he's just like, this is my introduction. He just doesn't stop to breathe, and it bothers me. It's like when you're watching actors and they like don't blink. You're like, blink, blink, please blink,
yeah.
Please blink, please blink. Like, I was just asking him, please take a breath.
And then when like he's Bomber or Darien, ugh, he just sounds like a complete dork when he's like just speaking normally. Like, Sarita, but I like you, Sarita.
It's like he's like some kind of weird, I don't know, surfer dude, but it was bizarre.
That dub is just bizarre.
Right. I mean, like, Luna is an old British lady.
Yep.
Sometimes, like, yeah, sometimes Serena/Usagi just becomes British for whatever reason. Like, other times she'll just be normal and then she's British, and then, like, Ami/Amy sounds like an also old British lady for no good reason.
Chibiusa, aka Rennie.
Rennie, yeah.
Ugh. Sounds like she's like 30 instead of like a 9-year-old.
Also, Sailor Mini Moon.
Yeah.
Is a thing.
Yeah.
It was weird. Jupes has a few lines that I was like, oh boy.
It's kind of weird that like I actually thought the way that like Jupes' original voice actor was probably the most similar to how she is like now in the Viz English dub.
Oh, totally. They actually sound very similar. It's just delivery of the
Yeah,
lines.
which is also like something that like whenever I heard like Haruka speak, it was so weird to hear her like have a feminine voice
Yeah,
compared to like have like the androgynous voice that she usually has with both the Japanese and English dub. So that was something that was real like what?
Yeah, you can't really keep the ambiguity of like, is she a guy or is she a girl? And she like clearly is speaking as a woman.
Yeah, I don't know because I never went back and like looked at how specifically they use her character. I mean, I know like they change her and Michiru to cousins to get around like the whole them being in a relationship, but I don't know how they actually tackle that.
Yeah.
If they even like address that question or not. So, anyways,
It was and Artemis also just sounded awkward.
yeah.
Like he didn't even sound like any kind of bizarrety. He just sounded weird.
I mean, when you go from JYB to this, it's a little hard.
Downgrade.
Let's go. Let's talk about a little bit of the backstory of this film.
All right, let's do it.
This originally came out in Japan on December 4th, 1994.
Christmas film.
So just in time for Christmas, and then originally was released in North America on VHS. For the kids out there, those were big cassette tapes that you would put into a cassette or a VHS player.
They don't know what a cassette tape is.
Those were big tapes. These were before DVDs. Like they had film in them. It was released on VHS on August 31st, 1999 in Japanese with English subtitles. Later released uncut on a bilingual DVD on May 23rd, 2000, and with another VHS that contained an edited version of the English dub, and then also re-released on DVD on January 6th, 2004, under like, hey, this is our signature series. An edited version of the film appeared on Toonami on November 9th, 2001, and I think the version we watched was like the unedited version, because we'll get into that a little bit later, because there were some specific things that they cut out of the film that
now I'm curious
was in there. And then also Viz has licensed this film, and they're going to put out an English dub of this eventually at some point. So that's going to come out probably sometime in the near future. It'll probably, if they're going off of what they did with Sailor Moon R, the movie, it'll get a theatrical release, and then they'll put it out on home video. So there's
Neat.
that. And then just like some backstory on the production, which I think is actually kind of interesting. The movie is based off of the side story Princess Kaguya's Lover that's in the one of the Sailor Moon side story manga volumes. I think it's in the second one. And like one of the things actually is interesting about this film is that Naoko Takeuchi was not involved with the first film, the Sailor Moon R movie, and basically she wasn't happy with how that movie came to be, so she was like, okay, I'm going to be involved in this one. And then like this says that she basically just wrote the story all like at once. She modeled the antagonist, the queen or the Snow Queen Kaguya, after an Art Deco antique named Salome, while the snow dancers are modeled after a German china piece, which Takeuchi thought resembled a character dancing in a snowstorm. And then also on July 8th, 1994, she traveled to the Kennedy Space Center in Florida as part of her research and watched the launch of the Space Shuttle Columbia.
Neat.
This also says...
Which would explain why all the space stuff is in it.
Yes, that's very true. It also says she enjoyed working on the film and liked the overall result, particularly Luna's transformation sequence.
Ah.
So there you go. Some interesting little tidbits about the film in general. And we'll get into some more after we talk about the plot.
Plot.
Which essentially, like, this is kind of like 3 episodes in one because it's only like an hour long.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not necessarily a long film.
No.
But I mean, like, for a little like contained story, it gets the point across pretty quickly. Like, I guess one of the downsides to this is that like I don't have like the side stories volume that this is in, so I don't have like a reference point of like, okay, this is what they did in the manga compared to the movie and all that sort of stuff. So that's kind of a downside. But we'll just do what best we can and just talk about the film in general. Which I should ask, like, putting the dub aside, what I know that's a hard thing to do. What did you actually think of the film?
I mean, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. Like you said, it was like a long episode of Sailor Moon. The dub was a little hard to get past.
Right.
But I as a person that really likes space stuff, I thought that was a really cool inclusion. And actually getting some like insight into Luna was neat.
Yeah. I think
because
I think it's one of the things that like the side stories specifically do interestingly well is that like they'll focus in on like other characters that aren't just like the main five.
yeah, but because Luna up until this point and everything that I know of her has just been kind of like the mentor character.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first time that I see her doing something that like she really wants to do.
Right.
And like having her own motivation separate from Sailor Moon and that crew. It was cool. I also just like that there was this dude who had like randomly like 5 freaking degrees. Just
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm gonna pet this kitty cat. I'm like, that would be me.
Saving a kitty from getting ran over.
Yeah, I'd do that. And then like put a little cute little bow on her and feed her and make sure she doesn't have a fever anymore.
It's true.
One thing that I thought was weird is that like Mamoru, Tuxedo Mask don't really have much of a role in this movie.
Yeah.
He's just kind of there. He's like the arm candy at certain points.
Which I think kind of that's something that happens in like the original anime as well, where he just is kind of there.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have, I think, I'm fairly sure about this, but like he doesn't necessarily have like the same powers that manga / Crystal Tuxedo Mask has in the original anime.
That makes sense. He just throws roses at people.
He throws roses and he has his stick. Like I don't think he has like Tuxedo, a smoking bomber in this, unless he gets it like later on in the 2 seasons I haven't watched of the original anime. But as far as I'm aware, like he still kind of has like the psychic abilities and healing abilities, but not necessarily to the same extent as like his manga and Crystal counterparts.
Well, and here's going to be one of the ultimate hot takes. Because I've had several hot takes about Sailor Moon throughout our other podcasts about Sailor Moon. I don't like the art.
That is a hot take.
It is. Like, the first season and second season of Crystal, in my opinion, has the best Sailor Moon art that I've seen. I don't like the third season. I don't like the original anime art.
And but to put this in perspective, like, this is
It's
early
90s
90s
style.
anime, yeah, so, like, this is the show that basically kind of propelled the magical girl genre back into prominence after, the 80s where it basically just died out because of oversaturation. So I would assume that this was kind of made, I mean, originally, like, the first few seasons of it were made, like, just kind of probably on the cheap.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
And of course, like, you don't have like, the same technology as you do today, so where you can like kind of fudge things with CGI and all that stuff. So I mean, all of this is handmade. And of course, like this is going to look a little bit better. Like this does look better than the original seasons do. I can tell you that much because it is a movie, so they're going to put a little bit more into the production values here. But right. I mean, I can understand because like early 90s, and early to mid 90s anime art style is basic at times. Like there are some shows that excel at it. Like you could probably say like I'd say like Cowboy Bebop is one that probably looks good for being a 90s anime, but there are some, especially with this show being 200 episodes and 3 movies, like to get that far and to be able to produce that many episodes, you're gonna have to make it a little bit more basic than let's say like a 25 episode run a series.
I agree. Like I said, I'm just making it known.
Yeah.
That I don't care for the art style, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I absolutely hate this because I don't. And JoJo is a testament to that. I can hate an art style and still enjoy the show. Can
you since you've seen this now, can you understand kind of what they were going for with the season 3 Crystal art style now?
I still hate it.
I mean, I'm not saying like you're gonna not hate it or anything, but can you see like more like, oh, this is kind of what they're trying to invoke?
I mean, it looks more generic, so yeah. It just I don't know. There was a lot of charm in the art of season 1 and 2, and then 3 is just, like I said, basic white girl Japanese stuff. So I mean, it fits because this was kind of basic. Because like you were saying, they were making a lot of episodes, and they're doing the same thing with the not as many episodes, but there's more episodes for season 3 than there were 1 and 2. Like in terms of
Well,
turnaround.
true, yeah, because it was weekly compared to bi-weekly. So
Correct. That's what I meant. Was that it was easier for them to get it out quickly because it's a more basic style.
Right.
I still don't like it.
That's fair.
Yeah. So my hot takes on art.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that original Sailor Moon is like the best looking show out there, so.
No, and I mean, especially since I've read the manga for the most part now, like I like that art a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just feel like it doesn't translate as like true to form in this version. As like the first 2 seasons of Crystal looked more like the manga to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Apparently the Sailor Moon gods want me to choke because I'm trying to choke at the moment.
How dare you dismiss the original 90s anime? Let's talk about the film, the plot of the film.
All right, let's do it.
So we have a new big baddie for this movie, Princess Snow Kaguya, not Kaguya.
Kaguya.
Which is what the dub tries to say, which yay. She's like, I'm in space, I'm gonna send snow to the earth. Here's some crystals for you. She's
kind of like Shiva from Final Fantasy games in terms of like her looks.
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna say she's female Cars coming back to wreak havoc on Earth.
Fair.
One of these fragments is found by this space dude who's like just chilling, and then like he sees something, he's like, "Yellow!" I was like, "Oh god, that's the worst first impression you could give me, English dub." He is an astronomer named Kakeru.
He has like a biology degree and an astronomy degree and some other degree. I'm like, Jesus, like none of those go together.
He's got all the degrees.
Science.
He believes the moon has some cool things on it, like there's a moon princess that he believes in.
Wow, imagine that. Who could have thought there would ever be a moon princess?
It's very surprising. He finds this crystal and he's like, okay, cool. This is fine now. I'm going to study this. Meanwhile, our fantastic Sailor Guardians are out shopping while the opening theme plays.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They're out doing fun stuff, being pals. Luna starts getting sick, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go back home. Don't worry about me." Artemis is like,
"Artemis,
I'll go with you."
Home. It's so cute.
I was like, "No, I'll go back home. Don't worry."
Get a spot of tea.
And she's like just barely making it. She passes out in the middle of the street, and then someone comes out and just runs out and saves her before she gets run over by a sports car.
He like tackles her.
Yeah, and she wakes up and she's in Kakeru's little apartment. And she's like, "Oh, I'm sick," and he's like, "Oh, fever, heal you."
And, like he's patting her down with a wet rag so that she'll stop getting feverish.
Yes, and then Luna starts to fall in love with a human.
She has a crush.
A crush.
Maxwell, do you get crushes on humans?
I mean, he was really feeling for Luna.
No, that was Loki.
Oh, sorry, wrong cat.
Yeah, Loki was rubbing his face against the laptop whenever Luna was on the screen.
He's got a crush.
He has a crush.
While Luna's there staying, she finds out that Kakeru has a girlfriend named Himiko.
Jealous.
Which, like we said, like the weird thing about this dub is that like they didn't Americanize either of these names, so it's a weird thing, even though everyone else did. But the thing is with Kakeru and Himiko, like they're having weird problems because Kakeru is jealous that Himiko is going to go into space, and he for some reason cannot rectify the fact that he can be happy for her, but also want to go into space himself. And Luna's like, "I'm sad."
Make that more British.
I'm sad.
There you go.
My good British accent.
It'll it'll suffice.
Yeah, it's as good as we're gonna get.
Yeah.
Also, the crystal's starting to take his power, or trying to like make him sick and take his power from him, because it's a bad crystal. It is not like our favorite legendary silver crystal, trademark, copyright restricted. That is good and everything. Meanwhile, the Princess Snow Kaguya is like, "What's up? Here's my snow people."
Oh my god. They make the most obnoxious sound, and it's like 90% of the movie.
It's just them screeching.
It's awful. Like at first it sounded like a yappy dog. And then like as it just kept going on, I was like, okay, I get the point. Can we please stop?
It's terrible.
It's awful. It's so annoying.
Like I went back and watched like the Japanese dub, and just to see if that was the same, because I'd watched this movie before and I was like, I don't remember them just screeching throughout the entirety of the film, and they just go like Q Q Q Q Q Q Q Q Q Q Q, which like, why wouldn't you just keep that instead of just horrible screeching?
Yeah, it was awful. I mean, I guess I would be more scared of like the world ending if there was that screeching, but like
everyone was frozen,
ugh.
so
yeah, and it was just terrible and really annoying to watch.
So we get transformation sequences here, which are weird. It's not. I mean, the transformation sequences are the same, but the way they call them out is very strange.
Yeah.
Because like the delivery on them is just like bad. There's like Ami's. This is like Mercury Star Power. It's so long and drawn out because like they cut out like blank star power and then makeup, so they cut out makeup.
Yeah.
So I guess they figured they had to like just draw them out as long as they could to fill that gap. Ugh. It's bad. So basically everyone transforms, and then they try to fight these things. Usagi and Chibiusa get caught up in like one where it just spins around them, makes them dizzy, and then Usagi just completely misses on the guess of where the actual one is, and then almost gets completely obliterated until Tuxedo Mask shows up as Santa Claus. In the very infamous
weird.
where he wishes you a Merry Christmas and rips off the Santa costume and becomes Tuxedo Mask and a Happy New Year.
And then never breathes.
Iconic. It's an iconic moment. Also, the Outer Senshi are just having a spot of tea, just chilling in like a cafe, and then like ice comes through and they're like, oh, this is bad, we should go help. Because that's what the mom trio does. They just hang out and then, oh, something bad happened, well, I guess we'll go help. So yeah, they're able to kind of fend off one of the snow dancers, and everything kind of becomes less icy, which everyone just like unfreezes and they're like, huh?
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
It's another day in Juban. So that was our first encounter with the enemy. Meanwhile, Kakeru is getting sicker. Luna's getting more concerned. Himiko's like trying to heal him, or at least make him less sick. And she kicks Luna out at one point. Luna's like, oh no, I'm so sad. British. Top of the morning. What else happens in between? Everyone's hanging out at one point, and they're like, oh, Luna's not here. That's weird. Anyways.
Meh.
Missing
cat.
Missing cat. And then also at one point they're like, oh, Artemis is real sad too. He loves Luna. And then Usagi's like, what?
What? I had no idea. It's like, how did you miss that? God, Usagi, you not ever pay attention to anything?
No.
Other than Mamoru? She's like, I was too busy looking at Tuxedo Mask's butt.
Pretty much. And then everyone's like, oh, I wish I had a boyfriend. And Usagi's like, you guys must be real jealous of me, huh? And they just turn her back and like, fuck her. She keeps on bragging like this.
You get Jupiter saying, like, her ex-boyfriend, Tom, was a hunk.
Tom.
You're more upset about Tom than Hunk?
I mean, it's both real dumb, but still. Tom.
He was a hunk as she falls backwards and like dreams about him. It was weird. It was a very weird experience.
It was a very weird experience.
Is this her senpai that she's always talking about?
I mean, probably. Old Tom Senpai.
Tom senpai.
God.
I can't even.
There's one point where Usagi and Mamoru are just sitting on a bench, and then Usagi gets real mad because she thinks Mamoru is like sick of her for some reason, because Usagi gonna be Usagi.
Yeah, it was bizarre. I don't even remember like the context of it. She's like, "Are you tired? I mean, you don't ever want to be around me. Are you just doing this out of obligation?" I'm like, "Girl, calm down."
He's like, "Oh no, it's fine, just kidding. Hey, I'm Darian. Shaka bra."
Basic.
And that leads to like this weird conversation that Luna has with Usagi, where she's like, "What do you and Darian usually talk about? What's it like to kiss? Is it like an ice cream cone?"
Ice cream cone. She's like, "We have intellectual conversations," and then he falls asleep. I'm like, "Yeah, intellectual conversations. Is that what the kids are calling it these days?"
Excuse me, she has the purity chalice. There's nothing going on between them.
They have a literal child eventually.
In the future, yes. Not now.
Yeah, but they might practice. We know for a fact they practice. We've seen it.
I don't remember how explicit they get in the original anime, though, so...
I doubt they're very explicit in the original anime,
well, I
but
mean,
they're
yeah.
pretty explicit in the manga and Crystal that they went to the Bone Zone.
The Bone Zone is open.
Bone Zone party of 2.
So Luna asks Usagi all these things, and then...
Ice cream kisses.
Ice cream kisses, because she's trying to figure out what her feelings are, and she goes back and sees Kakeru. He's still sick. And then this is when Princess Snow Kaguya comes back and is like, "I'm going to get my crystal back. I have my crystal now."
Well, she also realizes, Luna realizes how much that he loves his astronaut lady at that point because of the picture.
And then Usagi like self-stalks Luna, tries to figure out where she's going.
Yeah, it's mega stalking.
And then we get the crystal back, and then Kaguya is like, "This crystal stole your power. Now it's more powerful. Ha 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 ha! Your entire room is full of snow."
Yay! And then Usagi's trying to break in, and I'm like, "Break the door."
Well, I don't think she would. There is nothing around her that she would be able to break the window open with.
She's a literal superhero.
I know, when she's Usagi.
Well, she could become not Usagi and go break the door and then become Usagi again.
That takes out the drama of her reveal when she comes in during the fight.
If she really wanted to save him. Also, I'm sure she'd find a way. You'd find something to break glass if you're really desperate.
I mean, that whole thing was like on a staircase. I don't know, like... There wasn't anything that would be probably around that would be really useful. I don't know.
Maybe he was really into potted plants. And
there was no potted plants there. Okay, maybe. But you think a potted plant's going to bust through a giant glass door?
I mean, according to Big Bang, it can murder a man, so...
Okay, fair. So that happens, and then Kaguya sends a bunch of her snow dancers to Earth and freezes everything. And you get screech, and all over the place.
It's so awful.
And like the first people that come up to fight Kaguya is the Outer Senshi, which is weird.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Because they're just like, "Oh, hey, what's up? We're here to fight you. What's up, folks?"
Yeah, it was bizarre, but I mean, sure.
And then the rest of the Sailor Guardians show up. You get Moon, Mercury. Or not Moon, yeah. You get Mercury, Mars, Jupes, and Venus. They all show up, and then they're all just getting their butts kicked. And then here comes Sailor Moon. She's like, "What up? I'm here. You're going to get your butt kicked."
Where was Chibi?
She shows up with Tuxedo Mask later on.
Oh, okay. I was like, Chibi's missing the whole dang time.
Yeah, she's just gone.
Not useful at all.
She's just there to be there, I guess. She's like Mamoru in that sense. She's just there to be there.
She's just there.
Yeah.
Mini Moon.
So yeah, Sailor Moon shows up, and she tries to attack Princess Kaguya and doesn't really do much to her. And she's like, okay, well, everyone else is beat up. This isn't working. What if I transform into Super Sailor Moon?
Spoilers.
Spoilers for you.
Yeah.
So she pulls out the Purity Chalice.
Oh my god.
And transforms into Super Sailor Moon. She tries to use Rainbow Moon Heartache. Doesn't really work. And then she's like, oh yeah, I got the silver crystal registered trademark copyright on me. What if I just pull that out magically and we just use that?
Everybody's like, no. No.
I mean, to be fair, anytime like you have to use the silver crystal, like something bad's about to happen. So.
All right, fair.
And that usually leads to like everyone dying. So they're probably like, we don't want to go through this again.
We died once. We don't want to die again. What about my hunky ex-boyfriend Tom? I'll never have a
Tom? So everyone holds hands around Sailor Moon. She holds up the silver crystal, and
that was actually a really pretty shot. Like,
yeah.
I know I was knocking the animation earlier, but that was really neat how it had like everybody kind of like glowing and their like transformation kind of colors.
Mm-hmm.
But then like they had their bows and it was neat. It was doing the circles. I liked it a lot.
Like essentially it was a different version of like the Sailor Planet Attack powers that they use on occasion, but this one was just like used to make the silver crystal a lot more powerful, and that basically takes out Snow Kaguya, and hooray, we did it.
Yay, we win.
Snow is gone. Winter is over.
I think that's the opposite of Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Ow, please don't bite me.
Someone's mad you're talking mess about Game of Thrones.
Maxwell's mad that I'm talking shit about Game of Thrones.
Here's a spoiler alert. Game of Thrones is bad.
Oh, Maxwell.
Hot take.
Anyway, sorry, I was being brutally attacked by
I apologize.
My flat-faced child.
After Princess Snow Kaguya is defeated, Usagi is like, I wish for Luna to transform into a human girl for one night.
She's her fairy godmother.
Pretty much. And then like you see this like light beam like and it just like comes down where Luna is, where she's with Kakeru, because Kakeru decided to go out into like the open and just pass out in the middle of a street
he falls
somewhere.
Face first in the snow.
And then Luna gets caught up with this light beam, carried up into the sky, and then she transforms into a human.
And I asked you, I'm like, is she trying to like space murder him? But I guess not.
No, just take him around space.
I mean, I guess so, but like, I don't understand how he breathes. But I guess, he really wanted to see space, so she took him to space.
Yep. She's like, I'm Princess Kaguya, but she still has like her crescent mark and the bow, and he's like, you're Luna, what? So he gets to fly around space a little bit, and then Himiko's up in space as well, because she's on her space shuttle doing some repairs or something out there, and she sees them fly by, and he's like, oh, was that? Could it be? Was he right all along? So yeah. Now
Spoiler alert, he was.
Yes.
Sort of. Sort of.
So now you know the genesis of human Luna, which we talked about in one of the later episodes of season 1 of Crystal, when Luna basically randomly transforms into human Luna, and you're like, what is that?
Yeah. Because I didn't understand it.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, because like that's basically them in Crystal. It's just them kind of be like, here's a callback, because here Luna actually has a human form compared to when the manga originally came out. She didn't, so let's just insert it there. But here is the genesis of human Luna.
Like the band.
Yeah, the band Human Luna.
No.
So yeah, after that everything's hunky dory. Himiko has returned from Earth, from space, not from Earth. and these reporters are like, so what was it like in space? And she's like, I saw Princess Kaguya on the moon. They're like, ho ho ho, you jokester, you ho ho. And she spies Kakeru, and they go hug, while Usagi and Luna are kind of like above them. Luna drops a present to them. And that's pretty much it. And then Artemis shows up. It's like, I'll always be by your side. And Luna's like, oh, Artemis, let's wiggle our tails together.
It was so cute. They're soulmates. We know that they're gonna make a little kitten eventually.
Yeah. Which in the 90s anime, like, they don't, like, Diana is not around for the third season, so, like, she is in Crystal, so it's probably why, like, they have this weird, that's probably why they placed it here, and that's why it's, like, weird that, like, those two would have, like, some, like, relationship issue. Because, like, in Crystal, they're just like, yep, we're together, that's cool. Whatevs. But yeah, that's Sailor Moon S the movie. AKA Sailor Moon S the movie, Hearts in Ice.
Is that what the subtitle is?
Yes, for the English release.
I'm saying I watched this entire thing. I didn't know it had a subtitle.
Yep.
Interesting.
Let's talk about.
I liked it.
How Al liked it.
Weird dubs. Anyway, continue.
I'm sure, like, once this is dubbed, like, from Viz, you'll probably like it a lot more.
Oh, I guarantee. It's as long as they keep the screeching out, that'd be nice.
I would assume they probably will. I'd hope, because for the most part, like, they usually, if like there's sound effects, they'll take it from the Japanese. So I'd assume that they'll probably just keep that.
Okay.
That would make sense.
I look forward to Viz dubbing it because I think I mean, I liked it, but I think I'll like it way more. But it was more of a comedy.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, let's talk about changes.
I think actually, like, before we get into that, like, one thing I was actually kind of surprised by was that, like, there was a lot of, like, the original Japanese music, like, backing music in here. Because I was figuring a lot of it would just be replaced by whatever the Deke dub had in terms of music, but, like, the transformation music was the same as the Japanese. The Outer Senshi theme was the same. The crazy violin music.
Is it like when Chibi transforms, they have like Chibi Moon?
Yeah, that's her transformation theme.
Yeah, and then they call her Mini Moon later.
Like,
they literally just said Chibi Moon in her theme song.
Yeah, so that was weird. Let's talk about some trivia.
All right.
As we usually do after we talk about an episode. Like we said, the movie was based on the lover of Princess Kaguya and was the only original Sailor Moon to be based on the manga. The movie featured a tailor-made astronaut's helmet for Usagi, which had two small spheres protruding from the helmet to accommodate her odongo, as revealed from her imagination. This is the only time in the original anime where Luna's human form was shown.
That makes sense.
Silver Crystal Power, which is the final attack that they use, was only used in this movie. Ever. Wow.
Fancy.
Let me double check that. At least probably the 90s
Well, I mean,
anime.
ever in the original.
Yeah, I think it's only used here.
Wow, okay.
Due to the presence of the three outer senshi, Chibiusa, and the Holy Grail, as well as the winter break being mentioned, this most likely took place somewhere around episode 122 of season 3, before... I can't talk about this. Spoilers.
So, in the middle of where we are, essentially. Things are about to happen in season 3, and it's right around there.
Yeah, I don't know where episode 122 actually is. I would probably assume... Oh, episode 122 is, like, right at the end, so... of season 3.
Okay.
But it's basically where, like, you are fighting... They're fighting the third or fourth member of Witches 5 at that point, so... Pretty much where we actually are in Crystal, per se. So this is actually kind of a good place for us to watch this, in all honesty.
Okay. Good.
In the first English dub, the song Moonlight Densetsu was replaced with Nothing at All, which I believe is the English version of the opening or something else. I don't know. Oh, it's the ending song. So apparently there was a version of this film that they replaced the ending theme with something else, with an English version of something.
Huh.
Which we didn't get.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't get that. We got the terrible.
Yes. Luna's transformation into her human form was partially cut from the English dub due to the nudity present in that scene.
Oh my.
Because you totally just see her butt.
Yeah. Kitty butt.
In the manga version, Princess no Kaguya was destroyed by Rainbow Moon Heartache, while in the original anime version, she was destroyed by a convergence attack performed by all 9 Sailor Senshi called Silver Crystal Power. So that's a little bit different. So I guess like Silver Crystal Power is just literally for this.
Wow.
And nothing else. Chibiusa is giving a full transformation sequence, unlike her short ones in Sailor Moon S. So I think the transformation sequence she has is the one that she used in season 4 onward.
Mm-hmm.
Because in regular Sailor Moon S, it's just like you see her transformation brooch, and then like you see a picture of her, and like it fades out, or like it kind of like fades in her costume, and then fades back into like the scene itself. There's no actual transformation sequence, but here that's the transformation sequence.
Okay.
The movie had 2 versions in the first English dub with the title Hearts of Ice. One version aired on television and was released on VHS, which include Deek's music and censorship to the Sailor Senshi transformations. The second version was released on DVD with uncut content and had most of the original music, though it still used the opening song from the dub with the English language track, which that's the version we watched. So the uncut version.
So why did they edit out some of the transformations? Also butts?
Probably because you definitely kind of see like you see butts.
Yeah, that was one thing I was really upset by, is that like you straight up see Jupe's butt and you never see that in Crystal.
Well, I mean, you do like...
You don't see butt cheek.
No. I'm like, you do when like they haven't like transformed, like it kind of like goes to like that weird silhouette form of them.
Yeah, but that's
like,
different.
yeah, like, you do kind of like see like actual butt in this. I was like, I don't remember that being a thing in that transformation sequence though.
I didn't like it because, I mean, in silhouette form, I get that because everybody's in silhouette and you just kind of see their ambiguous body parts.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, this was like Jupe's in full outfit, skin. Let's see her butt.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't know. I know in the manga that I read, like the author constantly had an issue with like butt shots and panty shots, and she hated it.
Yeah.
So
like,
it
it's
was
a weird
kind of
thing that would be included. I'd have to go back and watch like her transformation sequence specifically to see if like that's the same as it is in season 3, but I didn't remember that. So like when I saw it, I was like, and you mentioned it, I was like, oh, huh. That's it's a little strange.
Booty.
Crisis makeup which is the call out for when Sailor Moon transforms into Super Sailor Moon, spoilers, was dubbed in English as Super Moon Crisis Power instead of Moon Crisis Power, like the Cloverway dub of Sailor Moon S. The word reform was added at the end of Rainbow Moon Heartache in the first English dub. And Princess no Kaguya's ominous theme songs would later be the theme songs to Queen Nelenia, I forget how to pronounce her name, on Super S and Sailor Stars, which are season 4 and season 5.
Yeah.
And we got some goofs. Actually, we got one goof. And some of the shots during the fight with Princess no Kaguya, Sailor Pluto's Sailor Fuku mistakenly had shoulder pads attached to it. They done goofed.
I guess it could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. That's the thing.
God.
So yeah, that's Sailor Moon.
This was our Christmas extravaganza.
Our Christmas extravaganza. You got your first take of the English dub, as did I, and you also got your first take of the original 90s anime.
Yep.
A lot of firsts all around.
It was fun, despite the fact that it wasn't like my fave. It was a lot of fun, and honestly, it was worth it just to see Mamoru as Santa. Like, I've seen the gifs.
It's iconic.
It's iconic. Seeing it in action, I'm like, you know what? Yes. Also, I'm looking forward to seeing like how Usagi gets her super suit now, because it's pretty.
Yeah, like you still have no context of where she actually gets that from.
Well, I mean, you kind of told me, but I don't know exactly.
Or like how
it
yeah, exactly. So
it gives you something to look forward to.
Yeah, like that's there's some pretty cool things you still have yet to know. So like I forgot like she transforms to Super Sailor Moon in this. I was like, oh crap.
You're like, spoilers? Yeah, it's all right. I knew she was going to do it eventually because it's in the opening of Crystal.
And you'd seen it actually outside of Sailor Moon as well, so.
I did. I saw it in a Korean drama.
The one place you always get spoilers from.
Obviously, it was weird. There was like a live action Sailor Moon, and I was like, wait a minute. Good.
So yeah, that's Sailor Moon as the movie. According to Wikipedia, the Viz dub is still going to be like everyone you know. So they don't have anyone for like the new characters because obviously, technically, it hasn't been like announced for release or anything. So
right,
we don't know who's going to be like Kaguya or Kakeru or Himiko or anything like that. But everyone else is going to be the same. So like you obviously, if you've seen the Viz dub at all, like the quality is there. Like that dub is real good. So I would assume it's going to be the same here, and then obviously it's going to be in like probably it'll look better once it comes out because it'll be like remastered and in high def and all that stuff. So that'll be also good things to look forward to. But yeah, it's a fun movie. I like it.
It was a really fun ride.
It's like a roller coaster. It's a fun ride.
It should be British, not Southern.
It's like a roller coaster. It's a fun ride.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Kisses are not like ice cream. I don't know where she got that.
She's a cat.
Other than the fact that it says melt.
She's a cat. She doesn't understand.
Yeah, that's true. Maxwell, you don't understand kisses either, do you, buddy? He just like leaned on me with his full weight after I said that, so I guess I offended him.
How dare you? So yeah, do you have anything else you want to say, or should we just wrap up?
Last thing I want to say, I mentioned it earlier, but Loki was in my room when I was watching it, and anytime Luna was on the screen, he was like rubbing his face on my laptop to the point where he actually drooled on my laptop a little bit. So I've learned now that my cat has a crush on Luna.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get him a Luna plushie for Christmas.
Fun facts. But yeah, now we can wrap it up. Like a present.
Like a present, Christmas. Yes. So have a good Christmas to all of those out there who celebrate it. If you like the other holidays out there, have a happy one of those as well.
There's so many holidays, so have happy all of the holidays.
Happy all of the holidays.
Mm-hmm. Or if you don't celebrate any holidays, just have a good December.
Yeah, true. Don't get too cold, or if you're where it's warm, don't stay too warm.
It's in the 80s.
Ugh. Gross. So yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of Jared and Al Watch Present Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA, not Sailor Moon Crystal. So used to saying that.
You're so confused about the Sailor Moon.
I am. For more from us, go to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool for past episodes of this. You can check out Jared and Al Watch Sailor Moon Crystal if you want to hear us talk about more Sailor Moon.
Hot takes.
Because there's a lot out there that we have to talk about.
There's a lot.
And then past episodes of this as well. For more from Anne Ladyem, go to anneladyem.com, where you can get all her cool stuff, like columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/animecheckup, where we do tweets and stuff.
Tweet.
You can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA, if you want to support our very podcast and be like, get uncensored versions of this episode like you think it's 90s and anime, and we're like, coming soon, it's the uncut version of this podcast. And
it would be a good holiday present for us.
It's true. What better way to spend your holiday than by being like, hey, I want to support this cool podcast.
Like, I like these guys. I'll give them a Christmas present by giving them $1 every month.
Yeah.
And we'll be like, oh, we appreciate you. You're wonderful.
And then next week, it will be the final episode of 2017.
It will be. I've been working on my list, checking it twice.
Gonna find out what's good and what's not.
That doesn't even rhyme, Jared.
Well, I don't care. We are going to wrap up 2017 by obviously doing a recap of 2017 with our special Game of the Year episode, where we're going to count down both of our lists of games of the years. We're going to talk about some awards here and just, reminisce about 2017 in video games.
Specifically in video games, because it's the only place in the entirety of the year that didn't suck.
Yes, I was about to say the one part of 2017 that wasn't just hot garbage.
The shining beacon of hope of 2017 was video games.
So yeah, we will be we'll tell you what the best games of 2017 were.
Yep.
These are the
In our opinions.
These are the only opinions that matter. The only truthful opinions you'll find on the internet. How many how's your list going?
Oh, we don't even want to talk about it.
I still have to finalize my list. I have like the middle section that I can't finalize because I am waiting on I'm waiting on an episode of a game to come out this Wednesday. Well, this past Wednesday, when the time this comes out, so I can't rank everything yet.
I have a list of things that I've played, and I have some of them ranked, but I can't decide if I'm going to do a 5 list or a 10 list. And if I do that, it's going to make. Oh, I know. Last year I did a 7 list.
Yeah, you could do a 7 list if you want.
But it'll just be very different depending on what I end up. Because I have the 4 slots locked in. Like, top 4 are locked.
I have top 3 locked. And 9 and 10 locked.
On... Oh, wow. Depending on if I do 5 or 7 or 10 or whatever, 5th can be a little...
Up in the air.
Wiggly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best thing about Game of the Year is that you get to set your own criteria and lists and rules of what you want. So
it's true,
and no one can argue about it.
I just have like a list. So I have a fun fact about me. I keep notebook paper with me, like little hand-sized notebook paper in my purse at all times, and so I just have like a tiny sheet of paper where everything's just written out. And it's like front and back notes of like things that I've played this year. And like some things are crossed out and some things are numbered, and it's a process.
That's basically kind of what I do. Like I have a Word document that I'll keep out usually throughout the year. It's like, all right, here's what I've played. And then once I get down to this part of the year, I'll just go through and like, okay, that game's not making it. That game's not making it. Just cross out things out and then just whittle that list down to 10.
Yeah, but you did it throughout the year, and I'm having to remember what I played.
Well, technically, I didn't start this list until like 2 months ago, so.
Oh, okay.
Which basically is just me going through like all my trophy lists and like being like, okay, what did I play this year? Because I forget.
Yeah, like I said, my top 4 are locked. There is no changing them.
I think my top 4 might be locked. Number 4 is, I'm pretty sure on it, but I'm just waiting to see with the other game.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just whittling it down to 10 for me was tough. Like I got down.
It's tough.
I got down to 15, and I was like, okay, I can make some cuts here. Once I got down to like 12, that was when it was like, "Whoo, boy, this is rough." I think like you're gonna see my list and be like, there's some stuff in here that I'm not expecting to be missing.
All right.
So yeah, so tune in next week. You'll get to hear the top 10 best games from me. The top whatever number of games from Al, and also some bonus awards like what's the most disappointing game of 2017?
Oh, I know the answer to that.
What's the best old game of 2017?
I know the answer to that one too.
Curious what you think of that. Best anime game.
I'm sure you are.
Best moment. Best surprise. And the most specific award, which you will probably guess, best multiplayer re-release that is better played with shuffled music. Because I figure, like, with how much that game has given us this past year, like, that game deserves an award.
It does deserve an award. It really, really does.
Because I'm not going to put it in the top 10 because it's a re-release.
Correct.
So, like, this is the only way it's going to get any sort of recognition.
And also, by association on my list, you will also get Best Otome of the Year.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm looking forward to.
You should.
That's amazing. I'm all about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I have answers to most of those, so I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, tune in next week, and we'll discuss all that, and maybe you'll be right about some and wrong about others. Who knows? You have a week to bring in your predictions. As soon as your predictions end to us on Twitter at Anime Checkup.
I'm actually curious if anybody would like guess what some of ours are.
I mean, they probably could, considering what we've talked about this year.
True.
There's some that are going to be like, okay, yeah, that's a lock. That's going to be on both of our top 10. So, So yeah, it's going to be a fun episode. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to writing up things about every single one of these games. That's the hard part.
I'm not either. But whoops.
But talking about them, that's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, I'm excited.